Hello, welcome to Sparkle and Chill. Today I'm going to be kitting up the big cat. I am really excited to do this particular painting. It's one that when I saw it, I knew I had to have it, and I haven't seen this one done yet. So I'm looking forward to completing it and seeing it in real color. I got a new system for kitting up. I've never used these before. These are these little TikTok things. I think these ones are the dot art. I'm not 100% sure if they're dot art. I normally kit up into these or my little cases. But my cases are full, one with card drills for little card projects, and the other for the other project that I am starting. So I thought I would see how this works. In looking at these, I'm not sure I'm gonna like this, and I may just decide that this is the way to go. So I was looking at these and how tiny they are. They are so small that my funnel doesn't fit in there with it open. Even when I pull this thing out, it'll go in, but we'll see. I mean, when I'm working on the project, I'm gonna have to take this off every time and hassle with that versus just flipping a top. So I'm kind of iffy. I can't return these because I think it's been past my 30 days, but I'm not 100% sure. But I'm thinking they might go back if I'm going to check and see what the date was. I don't think I'm going to use these. I'm just thinking about it now, and I don't think these are going to be very practical. I mean, it's much bigger because this is 64, I think, containers, but they're not very practical for actually getting the diamonds in and out because I don't have a funnel that's small enough. And this, I thought I would use this. This is from my Diamond Art thing, but it's actually even pretty good size. I mean, I think if I covered it like that, it might work. I'm going to try and just see how hard it is to load and how much they actually hold, because these look considerably smaller. I could be wrong. They could be, they could work. And I don't know. I've just never used them before. So I'm going to try filling the first one with this, but I haven't even started cutting the drills apart yet. These are the drills for the big cat. And there's no name on this. This is an Amazon painting. As I've said before, I get the vast majority of my stuff on Amazon. In fact, even the Diamond Art kit, like this one here that's been sitting here for a little while, I got this on Amazon as well. And I just ordered a couple more from Amazon that are from the Diamond Art kits. And I actually saw another one that's like that one, but a different saying on it. And those are, I really try to stay in the under $20 because honestly, I don't see the point in spending much more than that on any project. Occasionally, maybe if I saw one, I actually saw one on Diamond Art that I really want, but it's like $72. $72. It's big. I've never worked on one that big, and it's a square drill. So that's a square drill. No, yeah, that's a square drill. And I think I got a couple other that were premium kits that are square drills. All the rest of the stuff I've done is rounds, and I just haven't done the square drills, and I'm really not sure how that's going to go. So I don't want to invest any more in kits with square drills until I've actually done one. I have a butterfly one that I got, a smaller kit. I don't know that I've showed it yet. I've got like a pile of stuff that I haven't unboxed, which is crazy. I had a nice little tax return, and I decided that I was going to use it to stockpile so I would have things to work on, because I just don't always have the money to just go spend on things. So I went ahead and spent that money, and so I have a huge lot of kits that who knows will ever get done because there's so many. So I put myself on a spending stop, meaning I can't buy anything until I've finished at least half of what I've already got, because it's just ridiculous. And I'm having to store undone things. And I've got a whole corner in my area where I normally do my diamond painting. I'm in the bedroom because of my birds. They make so much noise. and so I have had to move to my office desk, which isn't really the best but it's what I have to do for videos. There's just no way around it unless I'm doing one where I'm just gonna voice over, because it's just, there's no way around it. They get too loud. So without further ado, I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna have to move the angle of the camera down so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to attempt with this jar and just see how many drills fit in it, and then I will decide whether I'm going to go with that or with this. My bet is it's probably going to be this, and this is going to go back, so I'm not even going to number this. I'm going to try this for the first one, and I just realized I don't have a legend except right here. So one is 310. So let me find number one. And I think this train is completely attached. Oh, there's two trains. Okay. Okay. All right, so let's see here. Which is which? One. Okay, I found one. So let's go ahead, and there are four things of number one. So I'm just going to start with the first one and see if that even fits in one of these. And that will be our test. If it doesn't even fit in here, and in fact, I'm going to use this tray in case of spillage. So I'm not going to label anything just yet. Put all this stuff on here. You guys can see. Maybe this will work. But I'm going to, I think I'm probably going to have to take this top off. And let's just see what happens. I'm going to use my Diamond Art tray because it's got a lid and I can tip it better. Let's try the first thing of drills and see. I'm not going to put all of them in there. Let's just see how this is going to work. Oh yeah, because that's not even a full thing. It's not even a full bag. And this is how much it filled up. And that's not even, let's see if we can get even a full bag in there. I don't think this is going to be the way to go. But let's see if it'll work. I don't know that it will. And I'm glad I put this little tray down because it caught a couple. Okay, let's just, oh yeah, no, this is not going to work at all. Okay, so my suspicion was correct. This just isn't going to be one. They're just not big enough. They're too small. I may have lost my window of being able to return them, and maybe with the small, maybe I can use it for my card kits. That might be a good idea for little kits that don't have a lot of drills. that this might be a good setup for that, but for, you know, big kits like this, it's just not gonna do. So so this is number one. And what I do when I have several bags of the same color, I just do one container of them unless I end up at the end having some leftovers in my drill kit. And this one has 8, 16, 28 holders, and there is 26 colors, or yeah, 26 colors. So I don't think that that I'll be putting but one container in, and then I'll keep this with my kit, and as I need that more of that color, I'll add them in again. I know some people just fill them all up and have it done in the beginning, but I haven't done that. I've just kept them, you know, because they're already numbered. I've just held on to the extra. So what I'm gonna do here, we're going to, oops, let's turn these around. Okay, they're in here backwards for opening up. Okay. Now the other thing I did that I haven't done before is I grabbed these online, and these are the DMC codes for ArtDot. And I thought what I would do is try to keep them color coded so that I can put them into the big case I bought. I'll show that. It's huge. I bought a 430 or 420 case that holds 420 of the little bottles from ArtDot. And I'm really excited about that because I've never saved my drills. I've usually just tossed them at the end of a thing, but then I've started seeing maybe the possibility of collecting them for if you don't get enough of one, if you want to make some kind of project and you don't, all you have to do is go get the double-sided tape and use your picture and whatever you're going to do and make your own. So I decided I would start collecting them. I don't know, maybe at some point it'll just end up being what I use for a gigantic canvas if I ever decide to get brave enough to do one, but we'll see. At this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump these right in here and see how this goes. And you know, this one isn't even taking them all, I don't think. Wow. Okay. So that actually held more than this did. Because look how much is still in here. And I just filled this up. I don't fill these all the way to the brim. So this is number one. And I guess what I'll do, oh, this is a quandary. Okay, so I'm going to do, that is one, yes. Okay. Okay, and then I guess I'm just going to let these sit in here for now, and then I'll figure it out. Okay, so I'm going to let those ones sit here for now because I'm going to put them in one at the end. I'll label one of the end ones as one as well. Or maybe I'll just do it now. I'll just do that as a one. This is crazy. Okay. Okay. So one of those bags filled two of these almost. So we're just going to leave that at one. And then number one is DMC code 310. So I'm going to look for 310. And I found it here. And I'm going to put it on the front of this jar. Like so. That way, when I get done and I'm kitting down, I'll know which jars to put it in my big case. Okay, so the next one is so let's see. These are not in order. Okay, so I just think I messed up on that. So that says 310. Do I have the right ones? Yeah. So that's it. This is DMC code, but on here it says 0225Z. So do I go by the DMC code, which is yes, because that's what I need on that. So the DMC code would be that. But on the bags, it's different. That's weird. Okay, but then it goes to number 9. So I need to find number 2. Because the next colors on this one is number 9. So I need to find number 2. Oh, here's number 2. Okay. This is a little bit on the confusing side, but I'm glad I noticed that. Okay, so I haven't done these where I'm like recording as I go, other than one other kit. So this is kind of a new experience. Okay, so number 2, I have no rhyme or reason. I'm normally not explaining myself as I go. Okay, number 2 is DMC code 315. Let's do that. 315. They're falling. I've got falling drills. What did I say? 315. Okay. And I'm going to put this on the front here. And I'm going to put this right here. So these kits that you get from Amazon are different in that you don't have the what am I trying to say? You don't have the stickers that are already DMC coded and whatnot. Now that one fit perfectly. Okay, move on to number, I think I can safely do these 3 to 9. 26. Okay, so we've got 26 labels for the tops of these. And then it'll just be the DMC code that I put on in between. So it should move a little faster now with those created. Okay, so number 3. Let's find number 3. Okay, I should maybe have got this all organized before I sat down to do this, but this is real life, folks. Okay, so number 3. Okay, I'm gonna put this over here. I don't know if you guys, I'm gonna angle this down just a little so y'all can see. Okay, there, that's better. Okay, all right, And this, oh, see, I'm glad I got that tray there. Oh gosh. Dumped a bunch of them on the tray. I saw somebody else with this tray, so another YouTuber had this pretty tray with butterflies, and I loved it. And I happened to be, I didn't know where she got it, but I was like, oh, I love that. And I'm really into butterflies. And she uses it for this, and I thought, you know, this is a really smart thing to do, because so many times you spill some drills and you don't know what to do. So number 3 is 317. So we've got our first row. Okay. Okay. We are on number 4. 4 is 436. I love this idea. Okay. And of course I did it backwards. That's all right. So we need number 4. Okay, this is another big one. So I am wondering if I'm going to need baggies to also add. And I think that's what I'm going to do. These baggies that we get serve a purpose. So oftentimes when we get our kits, we get these, 10 or 15 extra baggies. And what I love them for is when you've got extra beads, because I don't necessarily put everything in the containers. I know some people do, but I just don't always have the extra containers. This is a number 4. I'm going to put this right on the baggie, like so. I don't have to put the DMC number because it's going to get put in there. It'll be kept with this kit. And so I'm going to, I think the way I'm going to do this one is, I think I'm going to pour, and let's just do this. Let's be smarter than the average. We'll go ahead and do it over this so that the overage goes into my other deal. Yeah, I knew that was going to be, yeah, so that worked. That worked really good. Okay, I still got some spillage there. Okay, and then we already put the number on that. We dumped a couple on the tray. Okay. Okay. Now, my idea and why I'm using this is because I don't have to use a funnel. That turns into a funnel, and we've got number 4 in the baggie. This way I don't have to have like a million different things. Voila. Okay, so we have number 4s right there. Okay, Next number is, oh, and these are going to be backwards. I'm just going to have to do these all backwards, even though they don't open right. I'm going to go ahead and do 5, 6, oops, 7, and then we need number 5 is 501. It's a pretty green. Okay, now we find number 5 over here. Ooh, this is pretty. Actually, I think I'm just going to dump it right in this tray here. That's easier than using the other deal. Wow, look at this color. Can you see that? Okay. Oh, that's much nicer. Oh, and I'm just finding some of these number 4s on the tray here. So, how do you guys kit up? I've watched a couple different kit up videos, and I know I'm so new at doing this that I don't know if I'm, you know, doing better or worse than other people, but this is just my process. Okay, I'm gonna toss these. Oh, this one is. Okay, well that one's gone. Okay. Next color is number 6. And number 6 is 564. What's number 7? 699. Okay, 699. Okay, so we've got 6 and 7 ready to go. So let's find train number 6. Okay, 6 is a really pretty little green color. There's lots of greens here. There's not very many of this one. Okay, let's go to 7. Oh gosh. Ooh, these are a really nice dark green. I'm really excited about this one. Okay, this is number 7. And there is a wrong color there. And I did do these ones backwards. It's going to be fun when I'm doing things. But Okay, second row is done. Okay, now I'm going to make sure these are turned the right way. Okay. Eight. Nine. 10. Oh, that's because there was 2 ones. I'm like, why is this only at 11? Okay, so this jar is ready, except so let number 8, let's go ahead and get these on there, is 758. 758. Right here. Nine is 779. It's a nice brown. 10 is 890. 890, where are you? And 11 is 902. 902, 905, 902. Okay. I think I will continue buying these stickers because usually I'm writing them out. I don't, I think it might have also come with the numbers. Yeah, there are some that are just, that are like this, that are to write your own numbers on, but I already have these ones that came with something else, came with these things, so, or that I ordered. I don't remember which. Okay, so number 8. Okay. Let's do 8. Wait a minute. That's 8. Where's 9? Aha, 9 is on this other train. Okay. And then there's another 9, so there's 2 9s, but I'm going to keep all these together as 1 and 9 in my kit as I go, and I'll just fill it up as needed. So we are on 8. And I think this might be one that there's too many to go in there, so I'm going to err on the side of caution here. Yeah, this is going to have a, darn it anyway. Okay, so I need another one of my little baggies here, and this is number 8. Okay, and we are going to slap a number 8 on here. And I might actually at the end, not right this second, but I may just put the other ones, the extra drills, in these because they're easier to open. I won't have to have scissors available when I do it. Okay. Well, I'm just so glad that if any of you are watching this, I'm thankful to, actually, I think these might actually fit, but that might have actually fit in the bag or in the thing, but I wanted to make sure. So we're going to set that right there. move on to number 9. And we have this one over here. Oh, actually, that's why I did that, because I still had a bunch here. Okay, let's do that. And we'll put these. Just right in there. Oops. Uh-oh. There's a little bit of static cleaning on the tray itself, I think. Okay, so, all right, so we have the 8s. Now we'll move on to number 9. There's some of this garbage. I haven't really had a static issue at all with these. I am going to close this up. So I don't spill as many. Okay, and I'm going to do a number 9 because I think there's, yeah, we'll need a number 9 baggie too. Okay. Okay. This is so much nicer. When I, having that one with the lid on it, when I first started doing diamond painting, I was using those little green trays, and the little green trays would be really difficult sometimes. We're looking at number 10. And I would go from one of the little green ones to a little white one that had a spout, so I was, you know, some things in and out. And now I use either my purple diamond dot ones, or I'll start using this. Okay, number 10. I think this one's going to be another one where it's going to be more, because this is a bigger painting. I usually do the 30 by 30s or the 30 by 40s. That's generally my comfort zone. They're small enough that it's not a lot of overwhelm, and but big enough that, you know, they come out real nice. I see people doing those gigantic ones, and I don't know that it would take me forever, because I only have like an hour here or there to get things done, right? I don't have hours and hours to diamond paint like some people have. Which I wish I had hours and hours. If the channel takes off and some other things align, maybe I'll, you know, be able to go part-time to work or something. That's kind of the goal. My goal is to figure out a way to go part-time with my job. I don't know that that's even possible with the job I have, but I could find a different part-time position. Yeah, these might have fit in there, but we'll just have them on the 10. Okay, now we'll move to number 11. These are pretty. This is another fuller bag. I do love having this. Oops, some splattered out. So, what do you guys do? What kind of system do you use? Okay, so that's 211. I'm going to need a number 11 baggie. Now, I know this seems kind of crazy to put them in baggies too, but this just saves on the plastic containers, and I have them right there with me, and it works for me. I haven't had very many where I've had to do this with more than 1 or 2 colors. This is different because this is a bigger kit, and maybe that's what I'm running into is the bigger kits, because the 11 by or the 40 by 30s, usually it's 1 or 2 colors that you need for an extra bag. But I'm thankful for these bags that come in a lot of the kits, because you know, it gives you the ability to do this, not have to have so many containers for kitting up. Okay. So let's make sure these are turned the right way. Okay. 12. Just realized you guys aren't really seeing me down there, are you? Okay, there we go. Maybe move it over this way. I didn't go on very smooth. 15. Okay. So here's 15, and then 12 is 905. Thirteen is 911. Is 924. 924. And 15 is 938. 938. Okay. All right. Let's go with number 12. Ooh, these are a pretty green. There's lots of greens in this, but yeah, there's all the different now I just started a Facebook page for my channel. I kind of don't want to advertise my channel to my people on Facebook, just because, you know, then you get the wrong people. I want the algorithm to be proper, and for you know, the people that are going to be watching. Not that I don't want my friends to see what I'm doing, I do, but at least in the beginning, I want the algorithm to be putting it out to the people who actually like diamond painting, who are seeking out diamond painting information, because that way the right people will start seeing my videos. I been watching videos on how to make your channel grow. Because although this is a hobby, and the YouTube channel is just something that I've been trying to figure out what to do for a YouTube channel. I watched this guy that said, you know, everybody should be, you know, if you're looking to make extra income, this is, you know, by far one of the best, you know, ways to do it. Now, whether I ever monetize or not, I don't know. But, so I was just taking his advice of, you know, figure out what you can do and do it. So 14, let's go. So here I am, and it's all new, and I'm actually having a lot of fun with it because I was able to just decide to go and get kits and stuff like that I never would have spent the money on, knowing that down the road there'll be something that will be good for content, but also, you know, I don't feel guilty about spending extra money to have done that. Oh, that's much faster. Okay, let's move to, oops, there's still one more in there. Okay, I love this. Okay, now I need to find number 15. It's going really fast ones. Okay, so 15, there's 2 packets. It's this kind of brown color. I'm going to put those over there. And I'm going to, let's see how far this goes. Okay, that all went in. Let's push them down. For this, I am making a mess. I've got drills in the tray. Okay, there's still quite a few in there. So we've got 15, and we need a baggie for 15, which I kind of figured we would. My pin. So, I got several paintings that I'm itching to do. How many of you have so many things that are lined up you don't know what to do next? I'm trying really hard to, you know, figure out how I'm gonna okay, let's see. Okay, all right. So we have 16, 17, 18, and 19. It's taking longer than I thought it did. Okay, 16 is number 945. It is going faster by getting these rows done though. 945, 17 is 959. Okay. 18 is 964. Oops, that is not the right color. 964. I don't know how I grabbed that. 964. And 19 is 3371. 3371. These stickers make it so nice. Okay, let's go with 16. You know you're a diamond painter when? Answer that question in the comments below. I found a diamond on the bottom of my foot yesterday, inside my sock. So like I was getting my socks and shoes off and found a diamond stuck to the bottom of my foot. I thought that was pretty funny, and I was like, well, I know I'm a diamond painter. I'm finding diamonds in weird places. What's your I know I'm a diamond painter because? Answer that in the comments below. I'm interested to see what other people, what other people's situations are on that. Let's see. We need a 16. Like I say, people always wonder, what do you do with those baggies? This is what you do with these baggies. Especially if you're new at diamond painting. Some people diamond paint right out of these baggies. They kit up in these baggies. I find them a little cumbersome because it's so easy to spill them. So I don't do it that way. These probably would have fit in there, but I don't like filling them so full that they don't close very well. Okay, now we'll go to 17. And 17 here. I'm getting down to our train. This is really pretty. Okay, how to get this thing to open. Okay. There aren't very many of these at all. This looks like it's 225Z, so I think that's one of the fairy dust ones. These look really shiny. How do I show it? I could be wrong. Okay. Let's put these into 17. Well, they're $9.59 in the DMC. Okay. The next one is 18. Let's get a couple of these bags floating up here. Yeah, we're on 18. Okay, and 19. And there are 2 bags of the 19. And so we're almost there, folks. I'll put that one there. This is definitely going to be a baggy worthy. Okay. Okay, let's have a baggie ready. I hope this isn't too boring for you guys. This is a long one, but this is the process that I take when I do it, and it does take a while to kit up. That's why it's nice to do this before, when I first started, a friend sent me some kits, and for those of you that don't know, I had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. I was diagnosed in April of 2023. It was my second bout with cancer, and started chemo in the hospital. I got diagnosed stage 4, and they started. I went into the hospital on a Monday, and I came out, I think it was 8 or 9 days later, after a million tests and whatnot. I just wanted to go home after the third day, and they're like, no, we need to run these tests to make sure. And so when that happened, then I was stuck with, trying to figure out how to navigate all of that. And one of my good friends who likes to diamond paint sent me a package in the mail that had 6 kits with butterflies in them. And it was very sweet of her to give me something to do, because all of a sudden I wasn't working. At the time I was running my own business, and I had to just halt everything because I was told not to do things that were stressful, because it makes things difficult. So it's harder for your body to heal when you're stressed. And so I had to just stop. And I was working as a executive recruiter, running my own firm, and it was very hard to call my clients and say, hey, I'm really sorry, but I have to stop what I'm doing. So I was in the middle of job orders, and I had to just halt everything. It was like the worst. And so 3770. When my friend sent me the kits, I think that's right. Yeah, 3770. I had never done diamond painting before, and I was like, okay, how do I do this? And so I got the little kid snack bags for Ziploc bags, and I was putting all my beads in all of my diamonds in those, and then I had the little green tray and the little pink pin, and I was just doing it on my little lap desk in my recliner. And that worked perfect, because the kits weren't that big, but I ordered a really small light pad, the little A4, which is, it works really nice in your lap. I eventually ordered the A2, not realizing how big it was. I'm really bad with, how big something is based on the spatial, what they had said. So I ordered the A2, and the A2 was huge. It's big enough to do this painting. And so I'm glad I have it. But then after I got the A2, I then looked at the measurements, and I ordered what is the other one? I don't know if it's an A3 or an I don't know which one it is, but it's the 30 by 40 one, and that one's the one I use the most. Now they have them where you can recharge them, and you don't have to have them attached to anything, and I'm really wishing I had that option, but they didn't have those when I first ordered them. At least I didn't see them. 21 is 3772. So I use the light pads for doing mine, because my eyesight isn't the best, and it really does help. So that's how I do it. But in the beginning, I was just using nothing but the stuff that comes with the kits, and you can do that. That's why I tell people, this is one of those things. Let me look at this number here, 3822. 23. To me, the best thing about diamond painting is, my friend sent me those kits, and I was able to do it for without having to buy anything. Everything came right with it. And I did it that way for those first, I think I completed 3 of those 6 kits, and I still have 3 left because I started ordering other ones as well. And I just love it. I got hooked right away, and at the time I had time, but I was very, very tired from treatment. So even though I had all the time in the world as far as to do things, I was too tired to do it too much. So I was still not spending hours and hours at it because I was spending hours and hours sleeping. Chemotherapy takes it out of you in a big way as far as your energy. Now this one's going to be really full. Okay, but that one all fit in there, but it was full. Okay, 20. Oops, there's still some in here. Oh, I don't think that was the right one. Concentrate. Yeah, we got them all. Okay, so 20 is rather full. Let's see what 21 brings us. So I had, a lot of time on my hands, and I was finishing them, and I just continued doing them as I had the ability to do so, and it was really good for me for downtime and whatnot. And so, but I started with just the basics. I didn't have, I wasn't working, so I didn't have a lot of extra money. That was pretty much perfect. So that's kind of how I got started, and it's just kind of flourished. I started working again last year. Actually, I've been working at my job now for just at a year, and so I am not able to do this as much as I'd like. It is fun to me, and it's great downtime. There's something about sitting down and no stress and no pressure, and just enjoying time to just decompress. When you work in high stress jobs, or you just it is a de-stressor. It just is. Even with videotaping it now, I was a little stressed at first when I first started taping myself doing it. I started partly because I can't really do a whip and chat where I'm chatting so much, unless I do a voiceover, because birds. Birds. But I love my birds. I got them about a month after my dog passed away. She had held on for me while I was sick, and when she passed away, I just couldn't get another dog for various reasons. One, you don't know if remission is going to stick. The first year, you've got 5 years from the time you get in remission. They still monitor you for 5 years. After 5 years, then they say, yeah, you're cured or whatever, if it doesn't come back. The first 2 years is critical, so I'm at 2 years to when it all started. So it started in April, or at least my treatment started in April. So we're in May, so we're just a little over May since the whole thing started. So I've got another 6 months before they really say, yeah, we don't think it's going to come back. But they can't really say that till really 5 years. That's when they can give you the all clear that they're pretty certain that it's not coming back. So that being said, I don't want to get another dog. So I ended up getting, I got my birds. So funny. A friend had gotten 2 for Christmas from a friend of hers. And I always tell people, I think I've already told this story once, maybe, but maybe not. I can't remember. Don't buy people pets. You know, don't buy pets for people that don't request those pets. You know, if they ask you for those pets, that's different. Go buy it for them. But if they haven't asked for you to buy them parakeets or a hamster or a gerbil or a cat or any pet, don't go buying it, because they may not want that. And it's a responsibility. You know, animals are a huge responsibility. And people kind of have to, in my opinion, you have to really fall for an animal, right? It has to be what you want. And it has to be something that you choose, because you're going to be responsible for that animal for anywhere from, you know, the lifespan of the animal. Parakeets can live a really long time. They can live 10, 15 years. It just depends on how well they're taken care of. They often don't make it that long. Just people don't feed them properly, or they don't, you know, they don't house them properly and that kind of thing. But for the most part, parakeets can live 15 years. And so when you buy somebody a pet, you're basically, you know, saddling them with a responsibility for, you know, up to 15 years, you know. So don't do that. Don't buy people pets that they haven't requested. If they've said, oh, I really want to get a parakeet, then by all means, you could surprise them with a parakeet. But my friend had been surprised with these parakeets, and she was terrified of them. I don't know if it was Lily or Lulu, because I originally got 2 from her. A yellow face lavender and a yellow face blue or turquoise color, which is Lily. The lavender one passed away really unexpectedly. One morning I got up and she was just gone. And that was Lulu. So Lily's name became Lily Lou, just kind of as a remembrance. And then I went and got Buster. And Buster got his name for a reason. He was a little Buster. He was so funny. When I first got him, he and Lily kind of, at first they hit it off. I wasn't very smart. I threw them both in the cage together, and then realized within a couple of days that was not the wise thing to do, and went and bought another cage until I could get them acclimated to each other. 24, 385. And so I put them in different cage, and it was pretty funny. When I separated them, then I would only let them out of the cage one at a time for a little while, and Lily would go sit on top of Buster's cage, and vice versa. 3, 5, 8. So they really did like each other. They just 24 is 3, 8, 5, 8. Yeah, 25 is 3, 8. 3, 8, 6, 2. Yeah. So they would sit up on top of each other's cages. Then I started leaving the doors open to both cages and letting them come out together. And Just a second here. I don't know. If that's a 3/8, it's 3/863. Yeah, 3/863. So it was really funny. It's 25, 24, 25, 26. They're all browns. So I ended up with them like wanting to be together right shortly after they got separated. So it only took about 2 weeks, I think, of having them in separate cages, where finally they were, you know, I just put them both in the same. Well, what happened was one night they both went into the bigger cage together, and then I just got rid of the other one, and they lived together in the same cage since then. And that was, you know, and that's really the best way to do it, is to just acclimate them slowly. I ended up with 3 more. Actually, I had another. Oh, I did these ones backwards too. Okay. I didn't test where the thing was on these. Okay. I think we need another baby for 24. So I was ordering everything on Amazon for the birds, and then I got, where'd my pin go? One day I went to the pet store to get some bird seed, and lo and behold, I saw Hannah and Honey. And they were so pretty. I had never seen a yellow face albino before, and that's what honey is. So really light yellow with kind of a white undertone, because it's an albino, and then it's got a yellow face. And just beautiful. And they were sitting next to each other. Honey and Hannah were sitting next to each other in the cage, so they were bonded. They were preening each other, and I was like, oh, that's what we need. We need 2 that are. So anyways, I ended up bringing home them, and I knew I was going to get 2 more once I got. So the reason I ended up getting the other 2, I think I lost my story in trying to get things set up, was that my friend got bit by one of them. I don't know if it was Hannah, or I don't know if it was Lily or Lulu that bit her when she put her hand in the cage or tried to catch him or something, and then she was afraid of him. And I thought, it's unfortunate, but that's why you don't buy pets for people. You know, she didn't know anything about them, and she was trying to, I don't know if she was cleaning the cage or what she was doing, but, you know, the bird didn't like it. And so she got bit. And I'm sure it wasn't really hard, because I've been bit by probably 3 of them so far have bit me, and it's not ever hard. It's basically just a little pinch, and it's usually because I'm doing something they don't like, you know, having to catch them to put them in somewhere else, or Buster bit I took Buster to get his nails trimmed, because his is the only ones that ever grew out too long, because I keep the right kind of perches in there. And when I took him to get trimmed, he bit Brian, the guy at the bird shop, pretty hard, like really hard. And I was like, that's why I'm not doing it. I know how to clip them. I just won't do it, because you don't want to break trust with your bird. So it's easier to let somebody else do it And that way you're not breaking the trust with them and making them upset with you. So that's what I did. I took them somewhere else, and a bird shop here in town, and the guy's been there for years. He was there when I had my last birds, believe it or not, which was like 20 some odd years ago. So 26, we are on the last bag. So yeah, it was pretty funny. I was like, oops, sorry about that. But so I ended up getting 2 more this year around my birthday. 3 days before my birthday, I got Luna, because Luna was a little lonely at the pet store all by himself. There wasn't any other birds, and so I thought I had to have him. And then I got another one right after that. 3 days later, Maui didn't live. I got Maui on my birthday, and he was sick when I got him, and I didn't realize it. Fortunately, it didn't spread to the other birds, but he was sick with something. I separated him. I had put him in with Luna originally, and I separated her into my little travel cage, which is what some people use for an actual bird cage, but I wouldn't. It's about 17 by 18 or something, 20 or something. It's a small cage. And there we are. All of my drills are ready to go. So, my original idea was to use little Tic Tac boxes, which I think I'm probably going to see about returning, because I don't think that's going to be a viable option for me. But it might work for those smaller kits. Like I've just bought in like 3 different card kits. Greeting cards, birthday cards, thank you notes, that kind of thing that I'm going to be working on. I like having a little project I can get done in an evening or two, because it just gives me that, oh, I got something accomplished, you know. The other thing I got, and I bought, like I think I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I bought this great big huge, let me show it to you. I don't know if I'm not in the right angle to show it to you here. Let's see, maybe I will. I got the mother load. Look at this thing. So this holds, these are the containers I really like, and they hold a lot, these containers. Let's see if that's not going to knock everything over. Okay. These little containers, they hold a full baggie. A really full baggie. So, I got this. There's 3 rows of these. It holds 420 bottles. And so I originally bought it to do the labels on, and then what I'm going to do is use it to kit down into the DMC codes. Let me know how you guys do it. I know I've watched a few different kitting down videos. I'm going to be doing one here. I might even do it right after this one, just because I'm in the zone. It's 2 o'clock my time, and so I have time to do it. But the kitting down process, I think is really going to be a different thing, because I haven't kitted down where I've saved the drills. Every time I've kitted down, I've just tossed the drills. And then I started watching people. I'm like, oh, maybe I should be saving them. But every kit comes with, here's been my premise. When I started diamond painting and I got online and I was looking at things, I was talking to my friend and I said, I don't understand all these people. This is gonna sound really funny. I don't understand all these people, why they need all this stuff. I mean, every kit comes with exactly what you need. It comes with the little boat, it comes with the little pin, it comes with everything you need. Why do you need anything else, right? And here we are 2 years later. And I just bought a big case to put my extra drills in. I bought these little sticker things. I bought a tray. I love these that come. I gotta say, every kit does come with what you need, and I say if you want some of these things without having to go and spend the extra money on it, the best thing I did was invest in a couple of these premium kits. Number one, it's good to see what the premium kits are like. They come with usually better toolkits, so you can collect some of those things. I got one that came with it's a Diamond Dots one that came with this little macaroon cookie thing for a holder for your wax. It came with a big round of wax, and then it came with that container to help keep it from, I thought, this is great, I can use this on, just throw my wax in there every time. So it's been a great thing for me to have that extra little, I mean, it's just nice. It's not something you need, but it's kind of nice to have. So that's the other thing. And most kits come with, nowadays, I mean, when I first started doing it, I never got anything more than a 3-placer on my for multi-placer. Now they're coming with things like one of these. Let's see if this one of these, I think this is a 6 or 8 placer, some of them come with these nice tweezers. These came with one, and these are great. Those plastic ones that come with some of the cheaper ones, I think I tossed all of those that I had or gave them away, the ones that were just the cheap plastic, because they were useless. They really don't work, and they should just stop giving those out. But I guess they're better than nothing if you don't have anything. But honestly, I don't think so, because they didn't help me at all. But when I got a kit that had these, and now I've gotten like 3 or 4 kits, and I don't remember which kit these came in. But these are really great, and I've got, I think, 3 pairs of these now, 2 or 3. So this is great. And then this came with the Diamond Dots, or not Diamond Dots, oh gosh, DIY Diamond Art Club. And I love this because it's got a spout holder. You can put this in, and oops, let me show you what it doesn't do. Okay, you have to have it in the right way. But so this is completely contained. I liked this idea because I have birds, and I have the stackable, I guess I do have one here. I have these are Diamond Dots. I bought these, and then when I bought my smaller cases, the Diamond Dots cases, or Art Dot cases, I guess these are Art Dot. When I bought the Art Dot case, the first one, it came with one of these, and then some other tools and everything. And I had bought a set, so I think I bought a set of these. The ones that came with the other one was a little bit different than this, but these came with a set of stackables. It came with, I think, 4 or 5 of this size, and then the little square size ones, it came with, I think, 3 or 4 of them. And then when I ordered the Diamond Dots multi-kit of canvases, it came with 6 of these smaller ones, which I was, gosh, I wish I hadn't spent money, because I got what I wanted without spending any extra money. But so that's what I say, when you're looking for things to buy as far as kits and stuff, this is a way to go. Is just look at those kits that come with some extra goodies in them, because it makes it worth buying the kit. And I think that's why they do it. They give you some more premium products in them. Anyways, I just realized that this video has been going on and on. But this is my kit up of the leopard, and I am looking forward to getting started on that real soon, now that we've got it all kitted up. Thank you for watching. sparkle and chill. I had to think for a minute here. I hope that you come back. I hope this wasn't too long and boring for you. I look forward to bringing you more things to come. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.